Good afternoon, everyone, and a wonderful new week to everybody here. And it's great to have everybody, really great. A note to our Kalaloshin listeners. So it's very interesting. Since Wednesday, I haven't been able to use the phone, and I was sure that somehow the phone fell into water. And I went last night, right after Shabbos, to 3 stores, to Target, Best Buy, and Staples to try to get a regular speakerphone they didn't have. And then today, late last night, I got a phone call from Kalaloshin that the problem was on their end, not the phone. And so you should just know, if you've been having trouble with the daf, with the chumash here, for the Shabbos table, with the Mishna Yomis since Wednesday, I had sent them all the files, and everything should be now in place. It's interesting. I got a phone call from somebody in the hospital that listens to our Mishna Yomis every day with the hospital. What happened to the Mishna Yomis? So, all the fiddling around with all the equipment, everybody has a chelik in the mitzvah of Habatzas Torah. Today is a very big simcha. We finish Yevamos, all 16 prakim, and it hasn't been an easy, the rest of Nashim is much easier than the Mishnayos we had in Yevamos. So bravo to everyone. We finished with the last Mishnah, the 7th Mishnah of the 16th Perek, and then we'll do the first Mishnah of Kesuvos. We're sponsored by the Fisher family, who is also sponsoring Kesuvos. Lili Nishmas Basi Bas Robert, Shlomo ben Avram Alevi, Perel Bas Ruvain. Also Lili Nishmas Avram Dov ben David, for the schus of Avram ben Yam Benish ben Malki Hudis and family. Nufu Shalema Fel Moshe ben Chayesara, by Yod Klugman and family. Also the Refuah Shalema for Avigdor Aryeh ben Rivka, Meir ben Chayesara, and also for one of our Zoomers who is recovering from a double heart surgery, and he was on the Zoom last night, back on the daf from step down, and that's Yitzi Fuchs, whose name is Yitzchak Mordechai ben Esther Bracha. He should have a Refuah Shalema b'Sech Shechel Yisrael. So the question is, the Masechta ends off with the question, do we believe the testimony of one witness, even though normally a Davar Shebe'er needs Shnayim, but are we Mekel Mipnei Iguna, and is it even not just one witness, but even a woman, even an Eved? So Amar Rabbi Akiva, Kishiyaradati L'Narda, when I went down to the Nardal Aber Hashana. Now normally the adding of the extra month, called intercalating the year, has to be done in Eretz Yisrael, but the Romans prohibited it, and therefore Rabbi Akiva went down to Bavel in order to intercalate, to add an extra month. Matzasi Nechemya ish Beistli, I found a great man, Nechemya, man from Beistli. Amali, he said to me, Shamati she'ein masiyin es ish Eretz Yisrael al pi eid echad. I heard that there's no opinion that you could marry a woman with the testimony of one witness, Ela Rabbi Yehuda ben Bava. It is only Rabbi Yehuda ben Bava. It's a Shitas Yachid. V'numei silai, and Rabbi Kiva said, I nodded to him, Kain Advarim. That's true. Amali, so he said, please, he told me, Ema lehem mishmi, tell the sages of Eretz Yisrael in my name, Atem yoidim, you know, Shamadina mishubeshes b'gyoisas. Traveling to Eretz Yisrael, there is, unfortunately, on the way, many pirates, many dangerous bands. Mikublani, so say in my name that I have a tradition, Rav Gamliel Hazaken, from the Rav Gamliel the elder, Shemasiyan esa isha al pied echad, that you could marry off a woman on the testimony of one witness. Ushir Kabasi, and when I came back, Rabbi Kiva said to itself, and I said it before the Nasi, Rabbi Gamliel, Samach Lidvara, he rejoiced to hear my words. We finally found a partner for Rabbi Yehuda ben Bava. And as he said that this in the name of Rabbi Gamliel the elder, Nizgar Rabbi Gamliel, that jogged Rabbi Gamliel's memory. Shenergu Harugim Betel Arza, there were people that were killed in Tel Arza. Vihisi Rabbi Gamliel Azakin, Rabbi Gamliel Azakin allowed their wives to remarry Nishoisayim al pi eid echad, on the testimony of one witness. The Hozzaku, and after that, it became the Chazaka Liyos Masiyan al pi eid echad, to allow a woman to remarry with the testimony of only one witness. The Hozzaku Liyos Masiyan eid mi eid, not only direct, but even hearsay. Mipi Evet, even from an Evet Kanani, Mipi Ish, even from a woman, Mipi Shifcha, even from a maidservant. Rabbi Lezer, Rabbi Shua, Eimasiyan Esa Isha al pi eid echad. Rabbi Lezer, Rabbi Shua disagreed and said that you can't marry Isha on the testimony of one witness. Rabbi Akiva Aimer, Lo al pi Isha, not by the testimony of a woman, V'lo al pi Evet, or an Evet Kanani, V'lo al pi Shifcha, not a Shifcha Kananis, V'lo al pi Krivim, and not by relatives. Amru Lai, they told him, well, there's a Maisa that they did it, not only a woman, but a Goya. Maisa b'bnei Levi, there was some b'nei Levi, Sheholchu l'tzayar irat tmarim, that went to Tzayar, the city of the palm trees. V'chala echad mehem, and one of them was sick, baderech, ve'viyu ba'pundik, and on the way, they had to go somewhere, on the way they left him at an inn, uv'chazarasim, and on the return trip, amru la'pundikis, ayei chavreinu, they said to the innkeeper, this Goyish woman, where is our friend? So the Gemara adds that they found her crying. So therefore, that's because by a guy it has to be mafsiach lefi tumai. It has to be casual. So they found her crying. So they asked her, why is she crying? Amr lahem. So she told them, Mace, he died. Ukavartiv, and I buried him. V'yisiu es ishtay. And on her say so, even though she was a Goya, they allowed his wife to marry. Amr lai. So they said to Rabbi Akiva, "V'loitei kohenes kapundikis, a kosher Yisraelis should not be any different than a goyish innkeeper." Amaleh, so Rabbi Akiva says you can't bring a raya from there because it wasn't just on her statement that we relied. L'kishitei pundikis nemanis. It has to be similar. If it will be similar to the case of the innkeeper, she would be believed. What happened? She took out his stick, his money bag, and his Sefer Torah, and therefore that was additional proof. He wouldn't have left that unless he died, and that's how it was left in the hands of the Goya. Mesechtes Yevamos, Hadnurlach Mesechtes Yevamos, Hadnurlach Mesechtes Yevamos. And now, Baruch Shechianu V'Kimanu V'Gyanu Lazman Azet, to the start of Kesuvos. So as we start Kesuvos, Besula Nisis L'Yom HaRavi. The din is that a Besula should get married on what we call early Yom Chamishi, on Wednesday night. And the reason why she should get married on Wednesday night is because Bezdin convened on Monday and Thursday. And therefore, we want it to be that if he sleeps with her and doesn't find Dam Basulim, before he comes down, he should go to Bezdin. And Bezdin then will make an investigation so that if she did commit adultery, they won't continue to live in sin. We don't want it that time should pass and it'll calm down and he won't report it. Now, for that matter, you would say, so why can't they get married on Sunday night? So the Gemara says, first of all, on Wednesday night, there was a bracha to the fish, and already it's Thursday, so there's a bracha to the animals of Period Verivia, but also because if they got married on Sunday night, there wasn't ample time to prepare the wedding because it's right after Shabbos. And therefore, they were misaken that it should be on Wednesday night. Va'almana, a widow, on the other hand, where there's no dam basulim, so there they get married liyom chamishi, on Thursday night. Now, why would you say on Thursday night? Because we want the chassan to be misameach with his wife at least for 3 days. So therefore, he's not going to go to work on the day that he gets married, and he's not going to go to work on Erev Shabbos, and he won't go to work on Shabbos, so there'll be 3 days that he'll be Mesameach with the Kala. Now, what's the reason why a virgin gets married on Wednesday night? Shepamayim b'Shabbos, but they didn't Yoshim b'Yoris, because twice a week Bezdin meets in the cities, b'Yom HaSheni or b'Yom HaChamishi, on Monday and Thursday. And therefore, if he finds that she's not a virgin, if she didn't bleed, before he calms down, he would get up the next morning, Thursday, and go to Bezdin. This way Bezdin could go do an investigation, and if she committed adultery in the 12 months between Erisin and the Nesuin, she would be usher to the husband, and they would separate them. Rabbi said, tonight we have Marav again at 7:45. I know it's tempting. I'll daven now. I don't have to come out again. But remember, we're trying to maintain a minyan the whole week for people that need it at 7:45. So even on Sunday, when you don't need it, please, 7:45 is the second Mariv. Tonight, you'll ask, why is he recording now? Why does he have all the cameras out? Because tonight, after the daf, I'm doing a chok. Everybody is invited to join us for chok for Mishpatim Day 4. Thank you for joining us. Reb Chananya ben Akasha Amaratz.